but having found success in a time of being connected is a confidence builder. We've all prayed for someone who either rejected our prayer, or in another manner, you realize they didn't want you to pray for them, or they really didn't want their need met. I mean, there are those people that do that. And then you feel rejected. So you kind of take a step back. So maybe your confidence isn't as strong the next time you walk into a room and you feel something, and God's asking you to do it, whatever it is, pray for someone, or step boldly, or speak a word, or prophesy, or whatever, but you don't feel as confident as the time before. So being connected to the spiritual atmosphere of a room obviously builds confidence. But sometimes, my stepmom, I called her the queen of cliches. She would say, you can pray, but you need to put legs on your prayers, or feet on your prayers. Sometimes you have to take the step. I don't know of anyone who's ever shouted that, just shouted. They actually had to take a step or two, and then God, moved through them in the dance or whatever. So we still have to take the steps. And obviously that will help build your confidence in future ministry. Before caller ID, and even some of the viewers don't even know what caller ID is, because nowadays, on your phone, it shows up who's calling you. But before the era of caller ID on our landline phones, I did not know which of my brothers were calling me, or which one I was speaking to when they would call, because they all sounded very similar, and they all sounded like my father. The difference was in the content of their speech and the level of affection with which it was delivered. I recognized my dad's voice by listening to his words. He had words of advice and love that were given in love and with my best interests at heart. But other voices may sound similar to God's voice in our lives, and other voices may be directly descended from our fathers. But it's important to listen closely for the content and the level of affection bestowed on the words being spoken into our lives, because God definitely has our best interests in mind when he speaks to us.